What is JYUTPIng?
Let me start off by saying, I feel your pain. Cantonese and Chinese writing systems are hard for non-native speakers.
As you may know, Chinese people write with Chinese characters. And let me tell you, there are lots of them.
What?
Native speakers of languages that don't have a character system, maybe they have an alphabet, might find difficulties when adapting to the Chinese writing system. Then add to the fact that there are even more complexities with different character systems between traditional and simplified, as well as for Cantonese learners, you have standard written Chinese and written Cantonese for different scenarios. But that's a topic for another day. Anyways, JYUTPIng. JYUTPIng is a Cantonese romanization system to help those who can't read Chinese characters or can't read them yet. The main people who use JYUTPIng are learners of Cantonese, Cantonese teachers, and then maybe some linguistic students or researchers. Basically, JYUTPIng is for Cantonese learners that want to maybe do things like take notes, maybe they want to input Chinese characters on their phone or on their computer,
Or maybe they want to improve their recognition of Chinese characters by putting JYUTPIng side by side and creating that phonetic link.
Regardless, it's a very useful system for people who are learning Cantonese as a foreign language. In fact, many native speakers might not even be aware of JYUTPIng as a system. My personal experience when texting native Cantonese speakers, sometimes when they do use like the Latin alphabet to send you messages, it's going to be their own phonetic approximation of the corresponding Cantonese or Chinese character. There are various systems, with JYUTPIng and Yale being the leading two romanization systems for learning Cantonese. And the majority of Cantonese learning materials are going to be in one of those two systems. JYUTPIng is a more recent system developed by the Linguistic Society of Hong Kong in 1993. As you may or may not know, each Chinese character in Cantonese is made up of an initial, a final, and a tone. With these elements, you can have a rule to precisely pronounce every single character. For example, the word for Hong Kong in Cantonese is Hong Kong. Notice that you have an initial, a final, and a tone for each individual character. In general, the pronunciation rules are quite similar to English. However, there are some notable variations. For example, the J in JYUTPIng is actually a Y sound in Cantonese. So for example, if you want to say 1, 2, 3, it is pronounced yat, yi, sam. Notice how in the 1 and 2, there's a J, but it's pronounced with a Y sound. There's also some other pronunciation differences that don't necessarily exist in English. For example, the C, such as in qi so, is more of like a TS kind of sound, but not really. It's like a t, t, t. Now, I think every Cantonese learner should invest in a particular romanization system, whether it be JYUTPIng or some other system. With it, you are going to have predictability in your pronunciation, and this is huge for learning Cantonese. Now, you're going to have set rules for knowing how to pronounce things so you can write notes and understand your notes and read your notes out loud if you want to ask questions to your tutor. You're going to be able to look up definitions and pronunciations online and be able to vocalize them. It's just going to multiply your self-studying capabilities of Cantonese. And there you have it. Once you have JYUTPIng under your belt, learning Cantonese will become so much more approachable. You just have another tool at your disposal, and you're going to be able another step closer to learning to read and write Cantonese characters. And maybe that's not even your goal, and you just want to be able to learn Cantonese quicker. That's perfectly fine. JYUTPIng is going to help you out with that as well. So if you learned something from this video or you just really enjoyed it, please feel free to give a like and subscribe to this channel for some more Cantonese content. See you later. Bye-bye.